So guys, let me just share a clip here. I had secretly taken of while Akash was answering his interview. I don't know if he was aware, but later on I told him.
No, I was not aware.
No? So I'm going to share the clip right here, right now. Have a look at it. Hi guys, I'm in the bathroom right now. Not disturbing Akash, staying away from him. He's answering his interview. It has started at 10:45 and it will go on till 4 o'clock. Hi guys, welcome back to Artee Vlogs, and this is the part 4 of this job hunting series.
And this is going to be one of the important video in our job hunt series.
So guys, today we're going to discuss about how an actual interview takes place in Australia.
So guys, once you are at this stage, this is your golden opportunity to impress the hiring manager or the interviewer who is taking your interview.
So guys, if you haven't watched our previous videos, you can definitely watch them on my channel on how to get to this stage.
So guys, once you reach this stage, it is very important that you do thorough preparations about the company, know the background about the company, and even prepare for the interview questions in order to get that final offer letter.
So your first step over here is going to be like start researching about the company that you have applied for the job.
Knowing about the company history, the services and products offered, the company values,
vision, objective, awards, and any other information.
Well guys, this is very important because you can use this information for the questions like, why do you want to work with us? Or what do you know about our company? I in fact used to write down all the information on paper so that I know in and out about that company which I am going to answer the interview for.
So this is how Akash used to study for his interview. He used to take down notes and write each and every important thing of the company, how he has to speak about the company, what questions could be answered about that company. So this is what he had done so far. Like you can see there are so many pages and quite a lot of hard work, Akash.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, this is very important because once you write down the things, it gets registered in your mind and then you are able to speak with confidence.
So over here in Australia, the interviews are more concentrated on your soft skills than technical aspects.
So guys, soft skills are nothing but usually your communication skills and various behavioral aspects. So you have to consider these elements when you're preparing for the interview in Australia. Well guys, essential technical aspects are important over here, but you will have to tell the stories of your past career experiences. We would suggest you to be proactive and practice storytelling even before you start applying for the job.
Because this can boost your confidence significantly when you actually answer your interview.
Absolutely.
So guys, you can record yourself or tell someone to judge you.
And work on your mistakes to have the best possible answers. So guys, there are some common questions which may be asked almost in every interview, and we are going to discuss these common questions today in our video.
So guys, the most common technique used to answer an interview question over here in Australia is the STAR technique.
S stands for situation, T stands for task, A stands for action, and finally R stands for result. So your answer should be divided into all these 4 steps.
So your storytelling should be based on this STAR technique.
So guys, always remember that when you are going to tell your answers in the STAR format, you should stress more on the action and the result part, and you should stress more on what was your contribution in that circumstance.
Your answers will have a good impact if you have numerical figures in your result part.
For example, as a result of whatever blah blah blah, the sales figures increased by 10% and the customer was very satisfied. So let's take an example question over here and we will tell you how to answer this question in the form of a STAR technique.
So Akash, tell me about a time when you had a difficult customer to handle.
So my situation could be, in my past company or past organization, we had this contractor who was associated with my company for a large number of years. He was good at his work and he was doing a very good job, but he was not the best in the market. So I was given a task to monitor his work, and it was the first time I was handling him and I was monitoring and supervising this work and task activities. During my supervision, I found that the workers were not following some of the guidelines and they were even taking some shortcuts in order to carry out certain activities. The next part is the action, and this is the important part, and you have to involve yourself during this incident. So as I started monitoring the activity, I tried to find out the root cause of this issue, and I found out that the workers did not have proper training, information and instructions. Moreover, the toolbox talks were not that effective. Then I spoke to this contractor. I had a one-on-one conversation and he told me that he did not have proper training facilities because he could not afford one, as he had a small office and he had a limited budget. So what I did was I spoke to my immediate manager and I arranged for training facilities for this contractor and his workers, and I made sure that all the workers were given necessary information, instruction and training. Now my result is there was a significant improvement in the way the work was carried out. The workers were more confident and knowledgeable, and there was 10% reduction in total number of incidents, which also improved the overall work culture.
Well done.
Arrange your story in this format.
Keep that star format in your mind. Like,
Absolutely.
now it's my situation time,
Yeah.
now it is task, now it is result. You don't have to say it. My result is,
Yeah.
my situation is, my task is. Don't
Absolutely.
say that. Yeah.
Absolutely. So as we said earlier, concentrate more on action and result. The situation and task should be very brief and they could be 2 or 3 sentences, but your action should be around 6 to 8 sentences. And finally, try to give some numerical figures in your result.
So guys, this was just an example on how to answer an interview question here.
But you need to find out the best scenario in your professional experience that fits the question and answer in a best possible way.
So guys, you need to keep your story short and to the point.
And to do that, you need to practice well before your interview. Hence, guys, it is very important that you prepare these stories well in advance, because once your application moves forward, there could be very less time for you to prepare for the final interview, because that could be scheduled within 2 or 3 days or even the next day. During one of my initial interviews, I was not prepared for the interview questions. So that led to me getting nervous and I was fumbling to interviewers' questions. And as a result of this, I was unsuccessful. I learned a lot from this experience. I even used to practice my storytelling by writing down them on my paper. I used to record myself. I used to say those stories in front of the mirror. And I even used to tell Artee to help me out with my stories.
Yeah, and I also know that Akash, even while, when he's in the bathroom, he keeps revising his question and answer.
And while having bath, I used to prepare some of the important questions like, tell me about yourself, why do you want to work with a company, what makes you a good fit for this position. So all these questions are very important and they should be at the tip of your tongue.
And I personally feel that Akash has improved significantly, like the way he presents himself. He's quite confident while talking to interviewer. So practice makes you perfect.
The reason why I'm telling you this is, I had a call a couple of weeks back. It was a call from the HR company. He told me that, my application has progressed and they would want to take me ahead for the next stage. And he took my phone interview there and there itself for almost 20 to 30 minutes. Although I was not given any schedule for this interview, but I said I was ready and I answered that interview well.
Yeah, because you can't say that you're not prepared. Give me some time.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It won't be a good impression on them.
So guys, there could be a couple of interview rounds and at times it could be very frustrating because there are organizations which take their own sweet time to tell you the next results or what is the update on your application.
He had applied long time back in December, I guess, for 3-4 positions.
Absolutely.
It was somewhere, not in Sydney, it was somewhere in other state.
So when I called up them recently, they said no, they had this long Easter holiday break. Some HR person is not there, or they are occupied with some project. So I had no option. So guys, we are going to tell you what are the steps which are followed in the hiring process in any organization.
So the first stage is telephonic interview or a hire view interview. So the second stage is interview 1, technical round.
The next stage could be interview 2, which would be based on behavioral based questions.
So the next round could be with the HR or the director or the CEO of the company.
And finally, there will be reference checks, medicals, police checks, and so on.
Yeah, it takes so much time, guys, to just go through all the stages of interview. There are a couple of rounds, like 4-5 rounds that we told you, and it does happen in that way.
Yeah, and there could be even more rounds, because let me tell you, I answered one such interview for one of the largest organizations in the world, and I had 4 interviews, back-to-back interviews in one day.
In one day,
yeah.
So guys, let me just share a clip here I had secretly taken of while Akash was answering his interview. I don't know if he was aware, but later on I told him.
No, I was not aware.
No? So I'm going to share the clip right here, right now. Have a look at it. Hi guys, I'm in the bathroom right now, not disturbing Akash, staying away from him. He's answering his interview. It has started at 10:45 and it will go on till 4 o'clock. So long interview. Let's hope for the best. He just got done with his HR round, the first round of today's interview. There'll be total 4 number of interviews, I guess. He's doing good so far. He's answering so confidently and wow, I'm proud of him. Let's see how it goes and just praying, fingers crossed. Guys, I'll just show you where I am sitting right now and not try to disturb him. So, I'm sitting away from him As you know, it is a studio apartment and not 1 BHK apartment. We don't have a separate room.
Specific to the work areas, and we made sure that people are aware of what are their duties and what is.
Yeah? How was it? You speaking good.
What are the probable questions you should be prepared with?
The first question could be, tell me about yourself.
This is the most common question or asked by almost all the interviewers. The next question could be, what do you know about us and why do you want to join us?
Next question could be, where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well guys, usually during this round, they're going to give you information about the company, what they do, and also tell you what the job is all about. This might be mostly technical based on some of the essential requirements of the jobs, so prepare your star stories accordingly. Tell me about a time when you had to deal with competing priorities.
One more question could be, tell me when you had to make a difficult decision.
The next question could be, tell me about a time when you managed a conflict.
Tell me when you improved a process despite of difficulties.
Or tell me why do you think you are a perfect match or perfect fit for this position? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What motivates you? And so on.
So here you may be asked questions like, will you be able to manage flexible timings? Over here you have to give an example. How did you manage?
There could be other questions like, how long do you see yourself with us and why did you leave your last job? So guys, make sure that you are prepared with these sets of questions and make sure that you are thorough.
So guys, the biggest question here is how to know which questions will be asked.
Over here, what we would recommend is always refer your job description, because when you're going to apply for the job, there will be some job responsibilities which will be given in that advertisement. So this will be a good reference point for you, and the questions will be mostly based on that job description. If the job description is not clear, ask the hiring manager or the talent acquisition leader to send you a detailed job description. You have the right to do that. So guys, finally, you will be done with all these interview questions, and the interviewer will ask you if you have any questions.
So this is a golden opportunity to show your interest in this position.
Hence, you should always ask smart questions.
So you can ask questions like,
what could be my career path in the company if I'm hired? You can also ask the interviewer, what is your favorite part about working with this company? The next question could be, what is a normal day like in this company? Another question could be, what are the next steps in the hiring process?
So guys, don't ask too many questions also. This was just an example. You can ask 2 or 3 questions max. Don't ask what will be my salary, will I get my bonus?
Or will I get overtime?
What will be my working hours? How often do you give promotion? Don't ask such questions.
So final advice would be, it is important to get into the market, because being a new immigrant, it may be difficult to pass that barrier of local experience. So it is very important for you to be flexible and make sure that you have that first breakthrough. So even if you get a part-time job or casual job in your field, then just accept it. I would also recommend you to not negotiate your salary initially much unless you have an edge to do that. My next advice would be flexible and don't shy away from trying up different profiles which may be connected to your main profile.
Be prepared for your interview well in advance.
Next is very important advice. Whenever your interview is scheduled, dedicate at least 2 to 3 full days in preparing for the interview.
And guys, stop doing any other thing, just concentrate on that job interview.
Well guys, I would say that although it is difficult, but it is not impossible to get a first job in Australia. You have to make sure that you're well prepared whenever you have an interview scheduled. You have to be proactive, you have to practice well, and you have to present yourself very well so that you have that first good impression on your interviewer.
So guys, we hope that this video was very informative to you all and very useful to you all. We both wish you all the best.
So guys, do subscribe to Artee Vlogs, like it, share it with your contacts, because we see that many of you just watch the videos but don't subscribe it or like it.
Yeah.
So that will encourage us to make more and more such informative videos. So please, I would say, subscribe to Artee Vlogs and
like this video. Till then, bye and see you in the next video. So guys, remember to keep your story.